This episode of the Mental for Moto Inside the Helmet podcast is brought to you by Fastline Suspension. Are you getting arm pump, fatiguing after just a few laps, or feel like you're often fighting against your bike? Today's motorcycles have been designed and built to suit a broad range of riders, conditions and riding styles. This one-size-fits-all approach, however, means that when it comes to your own riding, your bike is often not handling and performing at its very best. Whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite level racer, Fastline Suspension will help you unlock your riding potential by ensuring your bike is set up perfectly for your specific needs. And with the right setup, you're guaranteed to go faster, fatigue less, and ultimately have more fun riding your motorcycle. So what are you waiting for? Contact Adam at Fastline Suspension now. Fastline Suspension, set up for maximum performance, precision tuned for you.
There were times I was lost, dark had fear, couldn't see through the rain. In the end it was clear, hit the fan. I was more than one man who was there to lend a hand. Together we'd stand, always had my back, my guardian soldier. Team put together, united we conquer. Blessed is he who in the name of charity carry me when I'm weak straight through the valley of darkness. Pitch blackness, the heartless, regardless, fear couldn't part us. Thick and thin, there by my side. At times we collide, but in the end we ride. Thick and thin, there by my side. At times we collide, but in the end we ride. We ride, 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 ride. I am my brother's keeper. Keep on holding strong. United we stand, divided we fall. Together we belong. I am my brother's keeper. Keep on holding strong. United we stand, divided we fall. Together we belong. I am my brother's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. I am my brother's keeper.
Welcome back, Moto fans. We've got a great show lined up for you today for the return of our Inside the Helmet series of shows, now brought to you by Fastline Suspension. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to our other partners here at Mental for Moto, Wonthaggi Motorcycles and Power Equipment, Wolf Building Compliance, and the September sponsor of our motocross and supercross wall calendars, Southeast Pools. Now, I'm stoked to bring you our guest for this episode. He's a three-peat Victorian MX1 A-grade champion and finished top 10 in the premier class of the ProMX Championship this year as a privateer. Bryce Ognenis, welcome to the Moto Asylum.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate the call to come down and, stoked.
It's a little bit of a way for you. Whereabouts are you based?
Mum lives in, I guess, the northern suburbs of Melbourne, same as my dad, but trying to move to central Victoria, so we're in between that at the moment. But yeah,
is that to make it easier to ride?
Yeah, it is. I want to build my house out there and eventually ride and stuff like that. It'll take me a bit though to, I guess, set it all up. But I do have a track there already that I've been riding. But I just need to get the house on there. It's just been a pain in the ass with permits and everything like that.
Oh, so you've actually lined up to build already?
Yeah. So lined up to build, just trying to get all the permits through is pretty hard thing to do in Victoria with vacant land. But yeah, we'll get through it.
Well, a big topic of this show, I think, is going to be privateer life. So we might as well get started there because you've opened the door. So you're a carpenter by trade?
Yeah, chippy by trade. Started my business when I was right at the end of my apprenticeship. I was 19. I was doing a heap of cashies, trying to make some money. And then I'm like, you know what? I remember my boss just gave me the trailer and he's like, you're running it? And I'm like, all right. I wasn't even fully qualified doing it. And then I'm like, what am I doing? Like, get out of here. Do it. You're doing everything yourself anyway.
Yep.
Go and give it a crack and go out on your own. And I did it. And I haven't looked back since. I'm still doing the same thing. Trying to expand now to more of a builder's role. But, yeah, again, that just takes time to, I guess, get to. And, yeah, once I sort that out, that'll be my next venture. But, yeah, just chip in for the moment.
Yep. So how long have you been doing that for? And you're working for yourself now?
Yeah. So I've been working for myself for 6 years with my own business. And, yeah, it's definitely been challenging. It's it's not easy to start a business, but yeah, once I got through all the I guess the shit and the hard stuff, and I guess underquoting and doing all that stuff,
Learning how to run a business, basically.
Yeah, and then you have to deal with all the coronavirus stuff and the lockdowns, and trying to run the business through that was pretty hard. Did nearly give up a couple of times, but I'm like, it should be all right. Just keep going. And yeah, I'm not going to say it's paying off yet, but I definitely do see it running a lot smoother. There's a lot less mistakes, and yeah, I'm starting to enjoy it.
Oh, that's cool. In terms of like running your own business, because I've been self-employed for, I think, pretty much my whole adult life, apart from maybe 2 years. And I know when you've got a passion for something, in your case, it's obviously motocross, but you've probably got some other passions as well. How do you go with the discipline of balancing training, racing, stuff that you love versus the thing that pays for doing the things that you love?
Yeah, it's definitely hard. I haven't fully worked it out yet, but this time of year, so say August to, I guess, February, that's my time that I really knuckle down with work to pay for the rest of the year. It's just hard. You got to be disciplined, but you can't overdo it either.
Yeah.
You don't want to run yourself into the ground. You got to sometimes, and I've only learnt this in recent years, you actually got to like sometimes just go, nah, I'm going to just chill out tonight. And I've always struggled. I'm like, you should be doing something. Like, don't be a bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You got to go and train. Like, you got to do this, but you just end up going backwards sometimes, running yourself into the ground. And I've only learnt that probably this year. So it's taken me a few years to figure it out. But, yeah, it's just balancing it.
Yeah. We were talking off air, and you said that you've never really put everything into racing, like for a whole season, where you just focus, your primary focus is on racing. Is that sort of part of the goal, and can you see yourself being able to do that sort of in the next year or two?
I probably wish I believed I could have achieved it sooner, to be honest. And I never regret anything, but I wish when I was younger I had the focus of getting on a factory team.
Yep.
Like, that was so out of reach for me, or I thought it was so out of reach for me. I wish I had have come around a bit sooner, but I'm 26 now. And like, yeah, I definitely, with the amount of effort and the amount of stones that I have left, I guess, unturned, I've probably put in maybe 65% into riding.
Yeah.
And the rest into work. Obviously, I've had to do it. I didn't get everything paid for like my whole life, so I had to learn to make money pretty early. But yeah, I just.
Well, I guess this was a question I had for you to be asked a little bit later down the show, but since we're sort of at that point, so if you were able to put a full season in and just focus entirely on your racing, whether that was as a privateer or with a team or as a factory team, where do you see your ceiling being in, say, at the pro level at ProMX?
I've been one for no ceilings.
Yep.
I do believe that you could go as far as you wanted to go. Like, my goal as a kid was to get a top 10 was unimaginable for me, but to actually achieve it, and I go, fuck, I only put this goal in like last year.
Yeah.
Like, that was my goal, like, to get a top 10, and then what I got, my best finish was an 8th, and I still believe that I crashed in those races too. There's so much more room for improvement, and top 5s. I truly believe I could do it if I was to put in, I guess, some more effort and kind of really focus on racing. Definitely top 5s, possibly a podium. I don't know. We saw dudes, Levi Rogers, sick rider, good as. But yeah, I feel like he's that next step above me. And what did he get at the last round? 3rd or something?
Yeah, you got a podium.
That's ridiculous. You're like, that's crazy.
Yep.
Like, so cool. Zach Watson as well. Like, those dudes are a bit better, but they're that next step.
They've also got probably a little bit more support as well, and maybe a little bit more time to focus on racing as well.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to say they do. I don't want to make excuses for myself at all, but the position I'm in I would say it was different to what they're in, for sure. Sometimes I wish I just didn't do what I did, and I just focused on racing, but I just can't now. I'm too strapped into that work life. But look, I can obviously, I have to come to terms with I've got to take some time off to actually do what I want to do, and that's race a motorbike. I don't really want to. I always think if I was to, I don't know, without being dark, if I was on my deathbed, I wouldn't want to look back and go, oh, I did so good at work and I made money and I did all this stuff. I'd rather look back and go, you actually put in effort into riding a motorbike, which is what you love doing, and you put everything into it and you had a crack at it and you actually did good. So, yeah.
Now, I got 20 years on you, and I can tell you now I've had this conversation with some of my friends, even ones that are a little bit older than me. And some of them get stuck into me about still riding it. I'm 45. And I said to them that, like, nobody on their deathbed ever said, I wish I had worked more.
Yeah.
And, when it comes to my kids and whatever legacy I leave behind, I don't want people to say, oh, he worked hard, and I obviously do, but I want my kids to remember me as being someone that followed their dreams and
that's right, yeah.
Enjoyed life.
100%.
So having that time on you, I mean, you're 26, you're in your prime, you've just come off your best season. Like, keep that momentum going, man. Like, if you can, obviously, and if that's your passion, because you got a lot of time still to work.
Well, that's it, yeah. And I feel like I've only just realised that. Like, there's dudes in the class that are like a fair bit older than me.
Yep.
And if I was to think if I just progress at that same rate for the next 10 years, there's no reason why I shouldn't be in top 5, top 3.
100%.
There's no reason.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely if I even get the same opportunity I get this year for next year, I'll definitely put in a bit more effort. I have to for myself. I have to take a step back from work and go, you know what, fuck that. That's not even important.
Yeah. And I think as well, you still have time. Like, if we've seen anything in the last couple of years as far as the sport changing, I think it's seeing riders being to be competitive well into their 30s. Like, you look at even Medi, and Chad Reed, even at the end of his career, he's still competitive. Like, if you look at him on a world scale, he's still super competitive. Maybe he wasn't doing as well as he used to at the AMA level. But, Tomac, Roxon, Anstey, they're all in their 30s. Cooper Webb, or very late 20s.
Yep.
There's no limit anymore. I think 10 years ago, everyone was sort of retiring at your age.
Yeah, that's
Do you see yourself still racing, 5-10 years into the future?
Definitely, if I progress the way I think I should, I definitely think I can keep going. You don't really know when you're gonna pull the pin on it. You know what I mean? You just never do know. I've gone backwards and forwards and gone, am I really gonna do next year, or am I gonna do the year after that? When do you stop?
Yeah.
I think you just stop when you don't really enjoy it anymore. You don't see the point.
Do you ever have those moments?
I definitely have before. Like, I've taken time out from riding. I remember would I blow up my bike. More money issues though. Like, I blew up my bike and then I'm like, how am I going to fix this?
This is too hard.
The engine cases are blown out the front. The engine mounts are snapped from the rod going through it, and I'm just like, how am I going to afford to fix this? Yeah, so I've taken like half a year off and stuff here and there, but yeah, only as of late I've realised that you only really get one shot and you don't get that much time to do it. Yeah, just go for it.
What about injury-wise? Have you had injuries that have made you want to or think about, like, giving it away?
Nah, not really. Like, I've had some pretty decent injuries.
I've seen you walk away unscathed from some pretty big stacks too.
I just feel like the age I'm at, if I was to quit from an injury, it's a bit of a bitch move. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's weak for me to do that, and I don't feel like I'm a weak person. I couldn't do that. Yep. It's just a weak thing for me to do. But yeah, I see why people would walk away, but yeah.
I want to get back more into the privateer thing a little bit later, but just to change the topic for a little bit, how'd you actually get into motocross?
Oh man, set me up on a PW50 when I was 3. We used to go to this caravan park in central Victoria, and got me riding, and he always used to race. He used to race superbikes. So I was around that scene a lot, and Yeah, that was pretty much it. First ride, yeah. Got a Pee-wee 50. Rode that. Rode in my sister's hand-me-down gear. It was all pink, everything like that. Didn't care. Just fucking went for it and, yeah, didn't look back.
Yep. So did you get into racing straight away?
No, I didn't. I actually didn't race until I was probably 11, 12. Like, I did little club, fun little club days and stuff when I was maybe 10. And then I think my first ever proper race meeting was a Vic Titles at Wonthaggi, which was just like straight in the deep end.
Yep.
Dad was like, oh, you'll be right. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I was nervous. I was crashed in the pits and everything going out. I was not shit. I was just young, inexperienced. And, yeah, that was when I started racing. It was, I think 11. Yep.
So at that stage, like, did you find success straight away, or like was it not good results that lit the fire and got you motivated to
shocking results
to do better?
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking. And my old man told me about it. But nah, he was he was all good. I was never really that good as a junior. I struggled mentally, definitely.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Yeah, I was just weak minded, I guess. And then once I was probably up till like say 250, I got to 250 A grade in my last year of juniors, and I was like a top 20 rider. Like,
still pretty good, but
it was all right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to diss like that type of result, but for me, I expected a bit more. But it was definitely, I look back and go, fuck, you, not that good. And I was always like that. I was always like maybe 10th.
Yep.
Stuff like that in the higher up classes. And then I was 16, I made big improvements. Dad started taking me riding a bit more. And then 18, I got my license, and I was just like, fuck, I'm into it.
Yep.
And I just went, first day I got my license, straight to the track. In my high ace, just loving it.
Yeah.
It was unreal. And then I got way better. Probably 18, 19, 20 was not too bad. Maybe top 10 A grade MX1. And then that was Vic Titles. And then coronavirus, I think I got heaps better.
Everyone says that.
Man, I just knuckled down on riding.
Yep.
Everyone was stuck in their homes, and I was living my best life, just doing figure 8 ruts and.
Was that at your track?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just writing up work permits and just driving and doing all the wrong things, but having a heap of fun.
Mate,
just got way better riding.
Yeah, that was the only way to survive that that time, I think.
Yeah.
You had to flirt with the rules a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I had a bit of timber on my roof for, I fucking reckon, 6 months.
And a dirt bike on the back,
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. No, I had a van, so I was sweet.
Yeah. When you said as a junior you were weak-minded, tell me a little bit more about that, like how so?
Just didn't deal with pressure. Thought people were better, I guess. And then I remember my old man was just like, dude, these people shit, piss, and fucking do the exact same thing as you.
Yeah.
They're not any different. Like, it's literally all in your head, and I'm like, well, he's right. But it's not that easy. But then I ended up getting over it. And now I think I'm pretty mentally strong now.
Yep. The reason I ask is because I see a lot of juniors these days that have the ability as riders, and I think their mental game is where they struggle a lot. So, I was curious to see, in your case, like why you thought you were mentally weak. So what brought about that change?
Just worked on it. Just learnt how to, control your thoughts. Like, I used to think of the worst shit on race day.
Yeah.
like the worst shit you could think of ever. And I'm like, why am I thinking like this? And I guarantee you there's kids that would probably listen to this and go, yeah, I think like that all the time too.
Yep.
We all think like that. Everyone thinks like that. It's just controlling it and being able to just go, no, that's just a load of shit. Just go out there and ride around and just work on yourself. I think that was the best thing that I could tell myself. But it was hard to come to that, conclusion or way to get around it. It took years.
Yeah.
A lot of years to be able to figure that out, and I just gave it up just then. Just literally work on your riding when you're racing. Don't worry about so much racing and what could happen.
Do you still have any sort of mental demons and stuff on race day and with training, or any self-doubt, or you have a pretty strong self-belief?
No, it's like you still do. I think if I didn't think about it at all and didn't have any negative thoughts, that might be a bad thing. But yeah, of course, I think everyone does though.
Yeah,
everyone has those little demons that pop up and try and tell you otherwise, but it's just controlling it. It is hard though. But yeah, of course, yeah, I definitely still have little bits and pieces pop up, but I can shut them down pretty quick now.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking off air about like telling yourself positive things and
literally, yeah.
Yeah, like doing track walk on a track that might be pretty rough. You know, you've got a rough day ahead, but telling yourself you're going to have fun and the track's going to be sick and it's going to shape up good.
Yeah, it's all about fooling the mind.
Yeah.
I guess, and believing it. But yeah, you got to be positive. You got to be positive.
And do you see the same process at play when you like look at the competition and the guys that you're lining up with? Because you race a few different levels. Like obviously the VIX is pretty high level, but it's not ProMX level. Yep. And then you come to ProMX and you're racing against guys that are former champions or, you know, have raced internationally and they're factory guys. Like what do you sort of tell yourself on the gate when you're lined up next to them, or you just block it out?
I think I still carry the same mindset. I still go, they're no different to who I am. Or like, then they're the same. Like they're not.
They're human beings.
They're not superhuman or anything like that.
Yep.
And I only realised, I guess, this year, like those dudes that you did think were superhuman, I nearly bet a few of them.
Yep.
And I battled with dudes that I seen on posters in my room, and I've had posters of them and I heard about as a kid, and I go, fuck, I actually just battled with these dudes. They're not superhuman or anything more than me at all.
Yep.
But I only learnt that this year, really. They're not any different to me.
Yep. I love seeing that progress. That's one of the things I love seeing, like when privateers start to find success. You know, we saw it with Zach Watson this year especially, and even Levi Rogers and yourself. Cody O'Lone had some great motos. There was a whole bunch of you guys, and I think like moving forward, especially next year, but even from the difference from the start of the season to the end of the season, like that self-belief as a fan, as a spectator, you know, as someone that commentates on the racing and with the podcast and does a bit of media, like watching you guys grow and find that self-belief this year from, you know, early in the season to where you guys ended up, it was just unreal. Like, do you feel that that's changed now your view towards next year? Like, has that changed your goals for next year?
It probably has.
So, for instance, if you were to go out next year and run 15th, would you be stoked on
pissed?
That? Yeah.
Fucking pissed. I don't want to run. Like, as soon as I got a P8 at Traralgon, anything other than a P8 was shit for the rest of the year. Like, it was like, you're useless. But, nah. I think, like, next year it'd be like P10s, like, consistent.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I can't set the bar at that. There needs to be, like, I need to be going for P5s. I need to be aiming for that pointy end, which you need to do anyway. You need something to chase, I guess. I was trying to chase consistency at the end of this year, which, like, it did come about, but it just, my end of my season got derailed a little bit.
Yes, yeah. Now, before we get to that, tell me a little bit about your journey with racing at the ProMX level. So when did you start and like what class? How did you actually get into racing nationals?
I never did any Australian junior rounds. When I was 16, my dad used to work for, it's called Crank Protein Honda. It used to be the Honda race team. And there was an opportunity for them to, I guess, cart my bike and do a few nationals. And I was like, I've never seen myself doing that, but yeah, maybe it's a good opportunity. Did a few of them, so it was MXD class, and then...
How was that sort of as an experience at that stage?
It was cool. Definitely was battling like with self-belief and all that side of stuff still.
Were you competitive on the track though?
Nah, not really. Nah. Like I don't know. There wasn't that many kids in it that year, but yeah, I'd be in that last few positions, which was, you know, you gotta work your way up.
100%.
And I didn't expect to really do anything that good, but yeah, it's all a part of the process. So, yeah. And then did a national, I think it won Thaggy in 2019. So I did one so it started in 2016, then I missed 18, 17, 18, and then I did one in 19, MX1, sucked. Still like chased it, I guess. It was like...
That was the gnarly mutter, yeah?
Yeah, one Thaggy, yeah. It rained all night. My gazebo blew over. Yeah. Snapped away. Yeah, it was a shit day.
Yeah, that was Antarctic
shit day
weather.
I think I come together with Todd Waters too on the start straight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I derailed his championship. I think he was a red plate or something.
Yep.
Felt real bad. Felt real bad about that. Hurt my knee too. And then I didn't think I raced because that Corona stuff come in. I might have done 2020. There might have been around at one Thaggy as well.
Yep.
I think I did that. No, I didn't do that. I bitched it from the year before. I was still upset. And then I really only started doing the nationals in 22.
Yep.
Just bits and pieces. And only up until this year, 2025, was the first full year for me.
So you didn't do a full year last year?
No, I've never done a full year.
Oh, I thought you did one. I thought this was your second full year, yeah.
No, this was my first full year.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make the whole season because I tried so hard to do it last year. Did Hatter. And I only had, I think, the Queensland rounds, which I was looking forward to because I'd never raced in Queensland before. And I was like, fuck, that's going to be sick.
Yep.
Beach, tracks, holidays. Didn't do that. Broke my hand at Hatter. And then finally did the whole year this year, which I was stoked about.
When I first heard about you and I'd sort of just started to see you at some of the racetracks around those sort of early 2020-ish years, you had a bit of a reputation as having a chip on your shoulder, especially about the amount of support that you were getting and privateers in general were getting. I think you were running a blank bike and mismatched gear and things like that. Yep. Yeah, tell me a little bit about that and your mindset.
I just cracked the shits.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? Everyone's putting sponsors' names on their bikes and they're not getting anything for it. And now these sponsors and these brands are getting away with it.
Yep.
Because everyone's still promoting them and they're not even fucking doing anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, I guess, it wasn't even supposed to be a massive statement or anything like that. I literally just didn't want to spend money on a sticker kit and more gear and... Why promote anyone that wasn't helping me? There's no point. I don't care what my bike looks like. As long as it's mechanically A1 and I've got good goggles and a decent helmet, I don't care. That was pretty much it. That was all that was behind it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't stand with promoting people that actually don't help you.
I'm with you there too.
And a lot of people do it and whatever. If you like the nice kit and all this fresh stuff, go for it. But it's just not for me. I've always been like that.
But you don't have to call out sponsors, like you said, that don't actually provide anything, and it devalues the sponsorship of the guys that do.
That's right.
Yep. So, no, I'm definitely with you there. So in the last couple of years then, I've sort of seen your program grow. You have got more support leading up to your WBR ride this year. But, talk me about those last couple of years and how you've got to this point now in your career.
Yeah, I come across some people. Mark Mayer, which he did a lot of photography and stuff that I knew from maybe 2018. But, yeah, we really just started talking and he kind of figured out a fair bit about what I do and what I've got and whatever, which wasn't much with racing. And he's like, I can help you out a little bit. And then then he got his mate to help me out as well, which was Alan Smith from Extreme MX Gear.
Yep.
He helped me out. He helped me out heaps, man. Like, he was the first dude that was, like, he actually put in. I could see it, and I'm like, you know what, I'll actually try my best to get a good result for you as well. So I felt like I was actually doing it for someone else as well, which was cool because I'd never been like that at all. And then Glenn from MotoGC, which unfortunately isn't here anymore, but he helped me out as well. He started to help me out, which was cool. Gave me, this was only like 2 years ago. No, 1 year ago. Gave me some free Dunlops. And I was like, fucking what?
Stoked.
Free tyres. I like never got that before.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, those dudes just helped me out. And it was cool to get some help. And I didn't have to beg and get down and, beg for some support.
Sell your soul. Yeah.
They actually helped me. for just me being who I am and the results that I've done, I didn't have to talk about it. They just wanted to help me.
Yep.
And I was stoked on that. And then Trav helped me out with the WBR, the Hatter ride. And then that's how we started.
Was that last year?
Last year, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the fill-in ride for Kale.
Oh, yep.
Because he hurt himself on his kite bike. And then I was like, fucking give it here. Went for a ride and did Hatter, and yeah, that's how we started.
Yeah. And so you just kept that relationship going, and then
Yeah, they're really good people, actually, the whole family. It's real cool. The whole WBR, all the dudes that work there, sick. Trav, Nath, Gayleen, Pete, the whole family, fucking, they're like proper nice and good to me, for sure.
All right, so tell me a little bit about that program. Like, what do they provide for you? You're obviously still a privateer, and it's like a shop team.
Yep.
But I think one of the things in terms of the fans and the riders, where the divide is, like a lot of the fans don't really know. They know what the factory guys are getting, or they have an idea.
Yep.
And there's obviously different levels of privateers, from completely self-supported programs through to satellite teams, and then factory teams from then on. But so what does like a team like WBR do for you as a privateer?
So it was pretty much organise a gear sponsor, tyre sponsor, obviously a bike from WBR, which was my race bike, which they supplied for me all year. And then it was like cost on parts. Pretty good discount on a lot of the stuff, which was good. Like you still had to buy stuff, but it wasn't like the burn that you normally get.
Yeah, yep.
When you just go into a shop and they got no idea who you are and they charge you $100 for a sprocket. Yeah. So yeah, they kind of set you up and make sure you're comfy. And yeah, Trav, he was doing my suspension up there, which was cool because I could easily spend $3-4 grand on suspension. Sorry. Every year just getting revalved and different setups and servicing. That was a killer. So to have that, I guess, given to me was pretty cool. All that stuff helped out heaps. Yep.
In terms of helping your racing program, where have you seen the biggest benefit? Is it like the financial side, or is it the peace of mind and the time that you get to focus on your racing?
Probably having someone I don't want to say fall back on, but I guess someone there to assist you. The years before it was just me and my dad, and Dad still working flat out.
Yeah,
I was working flat out, and it was like to rebuild a bike was a monumental effort during the week. Just to have someone that I could ring up and just deal with, just getting parts and like, it's just a different type of relationship to if you were just to go into a shop. You're just I guess a number or whatever.
And they help you solve the problem?
That's right, yeah. They just wanted to help me out.
Yeah.
So they put in a little bit more effort into getting something. Like, I'm sure if I said I need this part and they didn't have the part in stock, they would go out to the showroom and get that part off a bike, which you wouldn't get that service if you walked into a motorbike shop.
No way.
Because I've been on that side as well.
Yeah.
Where I've needed a part and I've been 10 hours away from home and it's been in the shop. I've seen it on bikes and I go, can you just not take it off that bike? And they're going, no. And I go, oh, you shafted me. I'll pay more for it. No.
Yep.
So yeah, stuff like that definitely helps out.
In terms of the cost of running a privateer program, I actually thought that you'd run a full season last year, but like ballpark, what do you think it costs to run a full privateer program in Australia, say doing what you do, all the Vic rounds and all the ProMXs, if you had to pay for your own bikes and parts and travel, and what do you think that total cost sort of amounts to?
Well, I did 6 rounds last year, I think, and I was up to 70K.
Yeah.
Like, and that was being generous. Like, I could spend going out riding in a weekend, travel, and this is everything. This is if the bike doesn't break or it doesn't need any like major maintenance the next week. You spend $1,500 every day of the week. Like, on the weekends. Saturday, Sunday, travelling, riding, track entry, fuel for the car, any type of accommodation, whatever you need. You can burn through the money pretty quick. Tyres are the killer.
They wear out pretty quick.
Yeah, depending on where you ride. But like if I ride Boydie's joint, that hard pack section out the back when he had it, like I could chew a brand new tyre in one day, like fully demolished. It's like $200. Yeah.
And you know, as a guy that finished top 10 in the ProMX Championship this year, are you making money in any way, shape, or form from racing?
Nah, definitely not.
I had to ask the question.
Nah, though. Nah, not really. I never did it to make money, so it doesn't worry me. Like, yeah, you can. I had this conversation today. Someone actually asked me, "Oh, you've come 10th. You come 10th in Australia in the championship and the overall. You won the Vic titles again. Like, did you get paid anything?" And I said, "Nah, I haven't. Nothing. Like nothing."
Is there a purse in the ProMX Championship for coming 10th overall?
You know what? I actually needed to check. I don't know. I haven't seen. I've got no idea.
Yeah.
I know if I finish I know in the overalls, if I get 9th, I think I got maybe $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing to hide here.
Yeah, I knew a 10th overall at a round was like $75. So
Yeah, something like that.
it's not even the entry.
No.
Yeah. Do you reckon where Australia is at the moment and the ProMX Championship at the moment in terms of like the crowds that show up, the exposure it gets with TV, take away the fact, like the business side of it, are they making money? But do you think where it's at, the riders should be making money?
100%. For how much we risk and put on the line. Yeah, of course, you're not thinking like that all the time, but from what those dudes are making if they win the overall to what the dude in 10th's coming, it's a big discrepancy between positions.
Yep.
Massive. Which I think, I guess it is what it is, but it would be nice to see it spread out, I guess, equally. Not equally, but at least something.
Yeah.
Which I guess 75 for 10th is something, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's not enough. And like, without throwing shade on the promoters of the series or anything like that, because I think it's got to build to that point. For me, if the series keeps building the way it is, I think the end goal, I would love to see, you know, especially in MX1, that at least the top 10, if not the top 20, could make a very modest living out of racing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way it should be. Like, that's what a professional level sport should be able to achieve.
100%. I feel like every year, I don't know, it's kind of hard to look back. I never really looked at it like that, but I hope it does grow. Just for the riders, something to chase, a little bit of motivation, extra motivation. It would be cool to see it definitely propel upwards.
Yeah, because I think that's one of the things, you know, working with privateers that I've seen, even in the short, 3 to 4 years that I've been following the series a lot more closely. You see the factory guys, they're there every year. It's the same factory guys. Like, you look at someone like Mehdi, he's had a long career because he's had a lot of support. The privateers, we know without them, there would be no racing. And unfortunately, they're like shark's teeth where they're lined up over the years to come. Someone's going to take the place of the current privateer if they drop out. But you never see a privateer competing, say, in MX1 for more than 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't really. I actually spoke to my missus about this on the way. Zach Watson's probably the only dude as of late to actually break through from a privateer to make it onto a factory team, which I think he would have done anyway if Kirk Gibbs didn't retire. He should have definitely got it, which is cool. Like, if he didn't get one, I would be like, you know what, there's probably no point in me actually continuing because he just had a, mint season.
Yeah.
Like, he deserves the factory ride. Like, if he didn't get one, I would have been pissed for him. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. So, it's cool to see that. So,
as far as the championship goes, like, what were your thoughts of the series as a whole? Like, the rounds that we had. We'll start with the tracks. So what were your thoughts on the tracks that we had this year? what would you like to see stay the same? What would you like to see change?
I actually didn't have a problem with really any of the tracks. We had pretty good weather all for the first few rounds. Prep was good. I didn't have a problem with the tracks at all. I actually thought they were good.
Yep.
Not like other years. I don't know if it was just because I was younger and fucking being a baby about it, but yeah, I didn't see any problems with track prep, ordering issues, nothing like that. Oh, they were actually solid tracks this year.
One of the things that's come up on the podcast the last few episodes, there was a few complaints from some of the factory guys about the tracks at the rounds where, like, there was especially the 65s, the 85s and 65s, but especially the rounds with the 65s. Do you feel that the tracks were different at those rounds?
Yeah, they probably were. But then again, it's like, it is what it is.
Everyone's on the same
it's
track.
It's just you got to deal with it.
Yep.
Like Wonthaggi at the start of the year, I was a bit blown away with that, but I was like, it is what it is. It was like a highway on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then a massive difference on Sunday. I'd never ridden Wonthaggi like that, ever, on that Saturday. You could go wherever you wanted.
Would you prefer it like that? Or do you
nah,
like
not
it
really. I'm more of a... I need, like, ruts and bumps. I like stuff to be a bit more technical. I think it's a bit harder to be, I guess, better at. And I've always just worked on stuff like that. Just at the farm riding, just flogged out, unprepped, ruddy, shit, waterlogged tracks. Yeah, I definitely suit that style a bit more.
And what about the calendar? Like this year, we saw a little bit more of a condensed calendar from the start to the finish of the season. I think because of MXGP and a few like late year events starting to push out. Did you prefer that more condensed calendar? And in terms of like the travel between rounds, as a privateer, you know, it's all coming out of your pocket. How did you feel about that? Because I know for me personally, because I'm the same, like I have to, you know, pay to travel to all these events. Like I thought it was not necessarily as efficient as it could have been because you're going from like Victoria to South Australia to New South Wales back to Victoria. Yeah.
Crossing over the same
what was that like as a rider?
I guess now looking, but I hate to look at it before I do it because I start thinking about it too much and I go, fuck, that's a lot of effort to go there and then come back. You know what I mean? Again, it's a mental thing.
Yeah.
But now looking back, yeah, probably some of the rounds could have been like, I guess, one way and then, but again, you got to do it sometime or like, you got to do it eventually. I didn't mind. I'd probably prefer the rounds to be closer together. That way you can smash it out a bit quicker. And then
I like that this year, yeah.
Yeah, and then get back to, I guess, and I hate to say it, work again. But yeah, can kind of focus on more on one that time of the year and then the other one at the other time of the year instead of trying to mix it together so much.
I know some of the other privateers, when we had rounds in the same states, like last year with Queensland at the end of the year, I think we had the last 3 rounds in a row.
Yep.
They sort of took a bike up and then flew back and forth for the rounds. Would you do that as a privateer if that was an option?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that was me, I would have gone up, left my car there. Because I had 2 bikes. I would have left one there and then just rode the other one back here.
Yep, at a pracky
for
bike.
Sure. Because driving up there's a bit of a drainer. It's like 18 hours. It's not the worst, but you could definitely do it better.
And in terms of like the championship, like I said, what did you like about the championship this year? Was there anything that stood out to you that may have been different from previous years? Or, like what did you sort of like? What would you like to keep the same?
It's a different variety of tracks. We rode at some new joints this year, which was cool. But yeah, other than that, I think it was pretty similar to the ones I've done in the past.
Yeah, you don't see the difference really as a rider?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing to say? It probably is.
No, not at all.
No, so I don't know. To be honest, when I go there, I'm kind of just focused on sitting on my bike and looking at that part. That's it. I don't really want to look at much other than that.
Do you notice like the crowds and the vibe and the pits and everything like that?
I definitely reckon there's more people there. Definitely spectating. I remember the first few national rounds I did in the early days. I thought the crowds were going to be massive, and they were like pretty like average. So yeah, it's definitely cool. Like Tarralgon, big turnout. Most of them are a decent turnout actually. It's cool to see people getting around.
For sure, and I think that's definitely an aspect of motocross that we could we could even continue to grow, like the tracks that are able to hold a lot more
Yeah, well,
spectators.
that's right. There's heaps more room. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I think a lot of the promotion sort of happens very late, within a week or two of the event.
Yeah.
I know here at Wonthaggi, like the last couple of years, like there's been signs on the main street here that go up sort of 2 weeks out.
Yep.
Whereas a few years ago, it was probably just before COVID. Like we had a round out there, must have been 2018, I think, that was packed. Like that whole back car park was full. But that year I saw a lot more advertising, promotion, and I think that pays the bills, pays the promoter,
100%.
creates a purse, pays the track. Like that's a bit, I think, there's not enough attention going into that side.
No, there's actually not. I reckon I turned into a national track this year and there wasn't even a sign to say where it was. And I'm like, where's the signs?
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, and no disrespect to Warwick, but I think it was a Warwick.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think there was a sign to go in there. I didn't see one sign coming through the town. Well, I feel like you might have actually used to. I reckon I seen that stuff a bit more back in the day.
Yep. Yeah, I totally agree. Warwick was a funny one this year. There wasn't a lot of spectators.
No.
There wasn't a lot of riders.
There wasn't much of anything, was there?
Yeah.
It was still a sick track.
I agree. I thought it was
still
cool.
a sick track, and it was still a good day, but yeah, there wasn't many people there.
Yeah, I'd like to see it, them get another round next year and do 100%. It again. I think it'll be bigger.
Yep.
But I think having the road racing circuit right there, like out on the same weekend, I think that took a lot of people away, like potential spectators as well. So there's only so many people you can fit in a small country town.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the Victorian Championship. So I was right, wasn't I? You've won 3 straight?
3 straight, yeah.
3 straight.
Yeah.
Mate.
I didn't think that was even possible, but yeah.
Yep. Oh, well, we need to put up a purse now for anyone that can come and thinks they can beat Bryce Ognenis at a Vic Championship.
Definitely beatable. I've got beat a couple of times this year for sure.
Yeah, you had some good races, and we'll get into that. But yeah, what did you think about the Vic titles this year? You've obviously raced it the last 3 years, and speaking to you about coming up through the ranks, you've raced it for quite some time. I feel like the series is definitely growing back to what it used to be like years and years ago.
Yep.
But yeah, what did you think about the number of riders, the level of competition? Because there's a few of the ProMX guys that come out and race against you.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely cool at the start of the year when all the faster boys come down, and I guess obviously because the MX Nationals were at the same tracks.
Oh, that was hectic.
Yeah, they were cool rounds. Better for me, at least. I had like some fast dudes to like see and get my ass whipped. But yeah.
You said you like rough tracks. I think that Wani round of the Vics.
Yeah, it was rough.
I think that's one of the roughest tracks I've ever seen.
Yeah, it actually was rough. And even Terralgum was rough.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the tracks, like Horsham wasn't rough, which it didn't suit me at all, Horsham. And then Colac was just Colac, muddy, but it was still good. Probably Colac was still, yeah. I didn't mind Colac because it was kind of ruddy and technical because it was so deep.
Yep.
But, yeah, the tracks were actually pretty good this year.
Yeah, you enjoy the state level racing still?
Yeah, definitely. It's good to get some gate drops in before you do any nationals, and it's good to just stay, I guess, primed during the season.
Yeah. Do
a few more gate drops, and at least you still got, I guess, Sweetie and a few of those other fast boys that I guess you can gauge your speed off, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and I think you've got a few guys coming up now through MX3, MX2.
Yep.
If you stick with it, I think, you might actually have some competition at that state level
definitely
in the years to come. But, by then you'll be a podium guy in MX1 at ProMX. So.
That's it. Yeah. Fucking oath.
Yeah. So, as far as the Vics go, did you have a favourite track this year?
To be honest, Terralgum. And I've hated that joint.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just never got into it. I knocked myself out there probably 3 years ago. And then I rode there again at a Viper series. And I'm like, oh, it's not too bad. And then it was sick.
Yep.
Sick this year.
Yeah.
It raced way better than I thought. And surprising, the whole year I was like, are we seriously going to Terralgum for a national? Again, no disrespect to Terralgum at all, but I just didn't see it racing good.
Yeah.
And it raced mint.
Yeah.
Sick track.
Yeah.
Deep, technical, plenty of option. It wasn't one-lined or anything like that. It was actually really cool.
And it was super different, I thought, between the Vicks and the ProMX as well, the way it shaped up.
Well, we got a bit of rain, didn't we?
Yeah.
We got a heap of rain during
Friday
that week. Yeah, pissed down.
ProMX, yeah. But it wasn't as deep as for the Vicks. I felt like
some sections were deeper at the Vicks.
Yeah,
there was
ruttier.
There was some sections. It was definitely a bit more sloppy at the Nationals.
That uphill and that corner at the top.
That was gnarly. And then that downhill coming back towards the finish line.
Yep.
That was just rooted.
Yeah. Did you have a big moment there on the last
second motor? Again, this is just a mental thing. Yep. I was like, dude, was battling with Todd Waters for probably nearly half the moto.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is just fucking sick. There's no way that this is actually happening.
Pinch yourself moment.
Yeah, like fully just, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, yep, sick. Anyway, Waters pulled away a bit, whatever. Still wasn't that far in front. I could still see him. Last lap, I'm like, I've just got to finish this lap, and this will be a top 10, I reckon. Didn't look at the pit board the whole motor because I just was like, fuck, I don't care about that. Todd Waters is right there. I'm like, it must be a good result. And I crashed on the last lap and nearly knocked myself out. Just fucking full brain fade.
Yeah.
Swapped out, went off this roller, went backwards into this like sand and just smacked the back of my head. And I remember I don't know if I blacked out, but I definitely got up with stars and I'm like, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like fully just in a panic trying to pick my bike up. The throttle was jammed on. My throttle jammed on, so I was riding the last lap.
Oh, wow.
It was the whole lap because I crashed just after the finish line. The whole lap my throttle was stuck. So it was clutch to slow down and I had to force the throttle back.
Oh, wow.
In every corner.
Yeah.
To get it stopped. And it was just like, that was just.
Mate, there would have been dudes that would have bailed the race because of that. Like,
I was not bailing that race.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the best result. I can't even believe I'm doing it.
Yep. So what did you end up with an overall there?
P9 overall, but that motor was a P8.
Yep.
Which was cool.
So you still finished P8?
I still finished P8, yeah.
That's sick. Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah. I know we spoke like through the season a little bit about some of the head knocks and the concussions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that because you've had a few in your career.
Yeah, I've definitely had a few. I had a few consecutive ones this year that were just training, just weird crashes, and then I'd hit my head and I'd be like, fuck, again? And then I'd hit it again, and then I was thinking about it, and that was the problem.
Yep.
I don't know, when you think stuff, you end up making it happen sometimes, and then I hit my head in a practice crash, training again, then I was on the mend, and then had that unfortunate fucking ATV crash. That was just like the gnarliest thing ever.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe that happened.
Well, that was the first time we were going to do a podcast. And then you sent me that photo and I'm like,
it was that week.
He's not doing a podcast.
Nah, I actually thought I was going to die that day, which is dramatic. But I actually did think that. I just remember the amount of blood on the ground.
Can you tell us what happened?
Just car full of people in an ATV and, I just rolled over.
Yep.
Anyway, I was pretty lucky. Everyone was all good. And
You didn't look all good.
No, a few of us got flung out. I was on the passenger side and I woke up on the ground and looked down and seen the buggy was like probably about nearly 10 metres away. And I'm like, what just happened? And then it was all coming back to me. I'm like, we just rolled the buggy. I remember just before we hit the ground, I seen the rocks and shit coming through the front of the ATV. And I must have knocked myself out. So I was trying to work it out. Sat up, just seen the blood there was just blood everywhere. And I'm like, dude, don't even know what I've cut open here. I'm like,
where's the blood coming from?
Yeah, where's the blood coming from? Because that's a lot
in
a short amount of time. And, just sliced my head open good. That was it, really. But, yeah, it definitely knocked my head good.
I think in the photo you were wearing a neck brace, so your neck was all good?
Neck was fine. It was just like what ambos are like. It was just all precaution.
Yeah.
But nothing wrong with my neck or anything like that. No.
Did you KO yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, when I obviously come to, I woke up outside the buggy. I couldn't remember anything. Like, I don't remember coming out.
Yep.
or anything like that. So yeah, it would have. You just know when you knock yourself out, I guess.
Yeah. So you said you sort of have changed your mindset a little bit in terms of the head knocks and, with the helmet that you wear and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, how's your sort of approach changed after, having a few concussions now, and what's your mindset towards that moving forward?
Don't be a tight ass.
Yeah.
I've just been one to wear shit helmets and not shit helmets, like just the cheaper version of that helmet.
Yeah, yep.
The one that still looks good, but it's not that good. It doesn't have all the MIPS and everything in them.
And to be fair, like for a lot of riders at the level they're at, those helmets are fine. But I think when you're racing at your level with the speeds you go and the things that you're doing and the way that you guys hit the ground when it does go pear-shaped, it's a different animal.
You definitely need I don't think you can put a price on your head.
Yeah.
You are.
Have you noticed any sort of effects, even like, mid-term ongoing effects from head knocks, and have you found any sort of cumulative effects having had a few more this year?
I'm pretty good now, but I have, definitely after the last one, I'm sweet. I'm fine now, but I had a few head knocks back 2018. I was wearing a certain brand of helmet, and I remember, you just literally tip over in a corner, just tap your head, and I seen stars.
Yep.
Anyway, I had a heap of, and everyone forgets stuff, but I just had just way too much stuff. I'd be like, dude, how did you forget about that?
Yeah.
It was just so consistent. And I'm like, I was never like this. I never forget shit like this. Just random stuff. I'll try and think of one, but yeah.
No, I know exactly what it's like. Like when I was a little bit younger than you are now, I used to box, and I used to sort of see some of the older boxers and coaches and things, long-term effects, I think, in them. And I started to notice those in myself. The way you speak. Yep. I'd forget words, mid-sentence. Yep. I'd just be like, and that common words, not like weird words, just a common word, and it'd be on the tip of your tongue, and you just couldn't get it out.
Think about it,
and things like that. So I definitely know where you're coming from. But talking to riders, especially with you guys, balance is a massive thing.
Yeah, 100%.
And I've always felt like head knocks, there's a cumulative effect.
Yep.
And it takes longer to recover from, even if you haven't had one for 6 months. But once you've had a decent concussion.
Yeah, they just compound.
Yeah.
They just, one little one, just if you keep hitting it, that one little one, it just turns into a problem later. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've definitely recovered from it. But yeah, it's just weird now. If I hit my head, it makes me angry. I don't know. I've never had that. It just, something about it. And I remember after the head knock, I ended up losing it after that ATV one at the Ambos, which I then just doing their job, whatever. But I was just cracking it, and I've looked back and I had no reason, just angry.
Yep, that's what happens,
and I don't get it.
Man, I can relate.
Do not get it.
Nodding. I'm sitting here.
Do not get it.
Yep. Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, for sure. I've had it because I'm a chippy by trade as well.
Yep.
And, you bump your head on the scaffold at work or whatever, and it's I go from 0, I'm a chill
to 100
person. Yeah, to 100, and it's there's no one around you and you've done it to yourself. But I feel like lashing out,
Yeah, 100%.
Just for that split second.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the instant response, and I think that is an effective, repeated head knocks over a period of time.
Yep.
So what's your approach now with a helmet? You got a good helmet now?
I got a good helmet. I got a nice Troy Lee one.
Yep.
I spent the money on it, and it's nice. It's real nice.
Yeah, and I think that's an investment in the future as well.
Yep.
For sure. So, in terms of goals in motocross, what's the goal? A factory ride, podiums?
I believe now factory ride's definitely possible if I put in the effort and 100%. Yeah. Again, I said it before. I wish I believed it earlier, but yeah, definitely. I'd love to get paid to ride a motorbike. That'd be just unreal, ridiculous. So yeah, that's definitely a goal. I'd love to do that, and yeah, I definitely want to progress and get better and better. feel like I haven't got anywhere near what I think
Capable of.
Yeah, definitely.
Are we ever going to see you in Supercross?
Did a bit last year with Boydie. Just, again, this time of the year for me is more like work time.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting stuff done before Christmas, and decks and goals are just fucking hotcakes. So, yeah, I'm mainly, this time of the year is mainly I have to sacrifice this time to be able to go racing motocross next year. I'd love to change it up and I guess maybe not do motocross and do Supercross, possibly, if I was in the same situation.
Would WBR have supported like you for Supercross this year? Had you?
They would have, yeah, 100%. Like, no doubt, they would have come on board for it for sure. Even last year, like I was fresh with them, and I got hooked up with a set of suspension. It was like a full Olin set, which was I was like,
unreal.
You're just gonna give this to me? Like, like I'm not a scumbag, but I'm like, how do they know that I'm not gonna bring it? Like, this is someone's just giving me $5,000 worth of suspension.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I'm
eBay,
like,
here I come.
But that's what I mean. I'm like, is someone really trusting me with this? Not that I would never do anything like that, but it was just that crazy to me. I'm like, how do they know? And I was like, that's sick. So yeah, it was pretty cool to get that. Yeah. And yeah, I did a bit of Supercross and then ended up crashing and dislocated my shoulder and broke my thumb in the whoops.
Oh, yeah.
I went Superman on the second one, ended up doing a Superman nearly the whole way through and then crashed into the berm on the way out. And that was it for me.
Was that the hardest thing to learn when you're training Supercross, you know, and prepping to race for I'm assuming that was would have been your first Supercross season? Yeah,
it was, yeah. So I was planning just to train it because a few of the kids that I was riding with and I was training with motocross started doing Supercross. I'm like, I'm missing out. So I'm like, I'll go and get a bit of a setup and do it. And, yeah, just didn't end up happening. But, yeah, I'd be keen to do it for sure.
Yeah. So if you can make it happen or you get the support, you'd definitely be up for it.
Yep, for sure.
Well, speaking of training, like, you know, you obviously got a lot of work. You've got adult responsibilities and you've got your racing. What's your midweek look like? How often do you ride? And what's your training look like?
To be honest, this year I feel like I did maybe less, which is bad to say, but I feel like sometimes less is more. But I was trying to ride a Wednesday Arvo during the week and then Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
But then I was struggling with recovery. So I was like, if you ride Saturday, Sunday, then you're prepping the bike Monday night if you work Monday, which I was. Tuesday, it's like, well, I need a night off. And then Wednesday, like, I now got to ride. You don't get home till like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night once you've cleaned your bike. And if you haven't cleaned your bike, you got to clean on Thursday. And then you got to prep stuff for the weekend. So it's like you just barely even get any time to do any off-bike stuff, which is where I lacked. I did lack this year.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you, straight up. My off-bike training was, I wouldn't say non-existent, but there was fucking not much. I was just trying to get the bike time in. Yeah, I feel like bike time's nearly everything.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, look, again, if I was to do it, I guess, again next year, I owe it to myself to do it properly. Maybe work 3 times a week. Have maybe one day where I do all the prep and do a bit of off-bike training and then...
Have you got other guys that can work for you at work?
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty lucky. I have a few boys that are in the motocross scene that I work with. So it's like everyone's on the same page we'll work out during the week when we want to ride. And this is only as of this year for me. So like-minded people, it's a bit easier to kind of be flexible with work and ride because we're all doing the same thing, which is cool. Where in the past I've worked with like people that just have got no interest in motorbikes and they've got no idea. And if I want half a day to go riding, then it's like, well, they're apprentices and you're not supposed to leave them on job sites and all. So now I've got to pay them the whole day because I want to go riding. Where it's like with these dudes, they're like, oh, we'll all go riding. It's all right. You can pay me for half the day. That's fine.
Yep.
Which is, it's fair. Everyone's happy. Everyone's on the same page and yeah, it's good.
Any chance of recruiting the missus to clean and prep your bike? She's sitting next to him.
Yeah, you know what? She actually does all the gear and everything like that. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Takes it actually. That was the shit part of it. Doing gear, and I need to get you washing the bike. Get you on the gurney.
Oh, nice. So, for you, what's life after ProMX look like? Have you given that any thought? Like,
I've been working on it. Like, that was, to be honest, I only kind of got into it, doing my own business and stuff, because I wanted a fallback.
Yep.
Which I don't know if that's the wrong mindset or the right mindset. Probably the wrong one. But I wanted a fallback. So yeah, I want to obviously eventually become a builder, and then that'll be probably my life after moto.
Would you stay involved in motocross? Like, would you potentially sponsor other riders or coach other riders? Like, you see a lot of guys at your level being able to have a lot of benefit or offer a lot of benefit to up-and-coming riders. Is that something that you'd look at doing? Or, we spoke off air and you were sort of like, when you're not racing, you don't watch it.
Yep.
You're a fan, but you're sort of not all in from that perspective. Would you become all in, you think, after racing?
I probably would for the younger generation. Like, I've helped out people in the past before just because I'm like, fuck, they're giving it a crack.
Yep.
And I'm like, I wish someone would help me. And then I don't know, I just go and help them. I'm unsure on why I do it sometimes, because I go, fuck, you can't even fund yourself. Now you're going and trying to help someone. What are you doing? I just feel good about it. I don't know. It's something that just makes me feel good. It's just helping someone that's like there was a dude that was working with me that was doing triathlons, and he was fucking loved it.
Yep.
Doing he was running before he got to work, 10K.
It's inspiring. Yeah.
Loved it. And I'm like, dude, he's actually giving it a crack. Anyway, went and did something, and I helped him a little bit. It wasn't much, but still something.
Yeah.
Something I would have been stoked over getting it.
Yep.
So, yeah, just bits and pieces, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Before we wind it up, there was something I did want to talk to you about. Away from motocross, you actually had a bit of experience racing road bikes that may have led you in a different direction and may still lead you in a different direction.
Yeah, I did. My old man obviously rode super bikes and stuff when I was growing up, and it has
a little bit of claim to fame as well. With,
he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Oggy Knob invention.
Yes.
Yep.
Stops your bike getting trashed as it slides down the road.
Yeah, I don't know if it would stop everything. It might stop some stuff if it falls off a side stand, but that's probably about it.
Yeah.
No, they're definitely cool. I started doing that, and to be honest, I was unfortunately better at that than what I am at motocross.
Yeah.
And not many people know I did it because I did it for only a short time, but I did it for maybe 2 years. I raced a Kawasaki 300, and then I got on a Jigs 1000 and did a year in that. And I was way better at that than what I was at motocross.
So what's that scene like, the road racing scene, compared to, where you're at now?
Definitely around different people.
Yep. How so?
You need money to do it. It's just different. It's just a different scene.
Yeah.
But it's still the same shit. Everyone's there to go and race, but yeah, it's cool. It's a bit cleaner because you're on the road. I know you don't have the gurney bays going flat out and mud and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So tell me about your races. Did you obviously found success then? If you're saying that you probably had a bit more success even than
I went out
on a moto track.
I went out on my superbike, and I think I won straight up.
That's unreal.
Again, it was like a C class of the MX1 class.
Yep.
But it was my first time on that bike and everything like that, and I just went out and did real good. But then my times were still good in the A grade.
Yep.
1000 class, and I was it was a podium in the A grade 1000 class, and dudes are what? And I was I don't know, I'm unsure.
Don't know what's going on here.
I was loose. I definitely rode the superbike like a motocross bike. But it just, I think it's probably because I watched it so much growing up. I was at the track with my old man, he was doing it flat out, and I would just watch.
Yep.
That's all I did was just watch. And
Walk
I
around the
probably
paddock,
watched
watch racing.
60 weekends just all day, flat out, just watched.
Did you watch it on TV as well?
Yeah. right into it.
Yeah.
Again, I was more into that than what I was. Probably explains it. I was way more into that than what I was at motocross when I was.
Superbikes or MotoGP?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. Just did a lot of watching.
So who were the riders that sort of were inspiring you at that stage?
Casey Stoner.
I can see why he would appeal to you.
2008, I think, was it? That's the year he won? Maybe.
Yes, yeah,
Don't quote me on it.
I'm pretty sure. No.
Might have been that. And then just Mark Marquez.
Yes.
Sick, man.
Oh.
And especially as of late, like he went through the worst few years of his life. You go through the comments, people are saying quit, everything like that, and he come back like an animal and is destroying.
Yep.
Like I think, did he win last year? Or is he winning this year?
He's winning this year, yeah. Yep.
Killer.
And I think his brother's coming second.
Yeah.
So
sick.
I've heard some sort of commentators of two-wheel motorsport now saying that he's probably the most talented motorcycle rider we've ever seen.
To come back from that, yeah.
And just the things that he does on a road bike, but he can ride moto.
Yep.
He can ride flat track, like he can do it all.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually a good motocrosser too, isn't he?
Yeah, like pro level.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure. I think he won a just as a training thing, he won a flat track, like dirt track championship at the pro level as well in Spain. It's insane. Like,
yeah, it is.
Yeah. So would you ever go back to road racing? Have you got a road bike now?
No, I don't. I don't even have a road bike license. I've never ridden a road bike on the actual road, like on the streets and that ever. But
smart move.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd lose your license straight away.
And there's cars.
Yeah,
there's dickheads in cars that you got to deal with.
People that don't look in their mirrors and stuff like that. But look, if I had money, I would.
Yep.
If someone said you can have a factory ride on a superbike, I wouldn't turn it down. I'd be there the next day. And moto would be just probably non-existent that year.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Days of Thunder moment where someone just sees you on a motocross bike and then sees you on a road bike and goes,
pretty much,
can give you a crack. Yeah.
Still waiting for my V8 supercar opportunity, actually. Still waiting for someone to see me and go, yeah, put him in. Yeah, that'll be cool.
So you like cars?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only lately. Never was into it when I was a kid, for some reason. Just when I got older, I just got right into it.
What's your passion with cars? Like old cars, new cars?
Nah, probably new cars. Like my generation, like what I remember growing up as a kid.
Yep.
So yeah, stuff like that. It's cool.
Have you ever raced four wheels?
Never raced, no. Just fucked around in cars.
Yep.
Just go cars, whatever that had. Just mucked around in them. It's good fun.
Yeah, unreal. On that note, I think we'll start to wind it up. Before I let you go, is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to or anyone you want to thank?
WBR Motorcycles, firstly. Helped me out heaps this year.
Are they going to support your program next year as well?
Pretty sure they're in. There's nothing that's been like cemented, but yeah, I dare say they'll be in for next year as again. But yeah, just them and then my whole family, mum, dad, my girlfriend, sister, and then all of obviously WBR sponsors that I guess contribute to the team that I'm on.
Yeah. Do you have any personal sponsors as well?
Mark Mayer. Yep. He's still on board, just helping me out here and there where he can, which is cool. Still cool to bring people along, I guess.
100%.
Yeah, that's cool. Definitely cool. I wish I could bring some other people on, but it just gets too hard.
Yeah.
Too many heads getting smashed together. But yeah.
And it takes away the focus from your program as well.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yep. Well, thanks heaps for coming in studio. It's been an absolute pleasure, man.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of this episode. If you like this episode of Inside the Helmet, don't forget to give us a positive review on your preferred podcast platform. Make sure you subscribe to Mental for Moto and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on the next show. Massive thanks to Bryce for travelling into the Moto Asylum to record today's show, and to Fastline Suspension for getting behind our Inside the Helmet shows. Thanks also to our other partners, Wonthaggi Motorcycles and Power Equipment, Wolf Building Compliance, and the September sponsor of our motocross and supercross wall calendars, Southeast Pools. And most of all, thanks to you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. On behalf of Mental for Motor, I've been your host, Pete Wolf. Until next time, see ya. Dirt black